Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Monster Train 2, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our guide for complete beginners, and we're on Ring 7, if we look here, and we're at the observatory. Now, I took the right path here, because money is good, but I don't really need to remove cards that desperately. Getting a Merchant of Arms is also reasonable, and I don't need too much Pyre health. I'm only missing 3, but I'd like another room. I only have the 1, and some more equipment, or we could actually customize and upgrade our equipment, which would be fantastic. So let's go ahead and quickly upgrade our champion. And this is the one we want right here. Now we can have our Fel giving Valor 4 to everyone, which is just so tremendous. And this will stack and help defend everyone, and will synergize with our Titan's Edict that we've got here to give more armor to the front unit, which is, well, going to be Fel, but still. And we're going to then go to the Merchant of Arms. And let's just heal. There's no reason not to do that. And then let's gain an equipment before we go to the Merchant of Arms and see what's available. So, another Everlasting Light is pretty good, but I actually like the Steward's Quarters. We do have some Shield Stewards that we still use, and this is a zero-cost room that gives you 1 more capacity on the floor, and just makes all Stewards get multi-strike and 20 more damage. So it's a nice little boost. We did remove one of our spear guys, but that's okay. This is just a really easy card to play that will give us a surge of power. Then we're going to go to the Merchant of Arms and see what's available here. So we haven't seen this yet, I don't believe, in our guide, and there are 3 choices here. These can be rooms or pieces of equipment. And then down below there are 4 choices, well, not including leave. We can re-roll the options, but it re-rolls the top options. It does not give you these bottom options again. You can remove a card from your deck, and these are the really interesting ones. We can actually combine 2 equipment cards into 1 and make a super powerful piece of equipment that would be expensive but really, really nice. And then we can also make one of our pieces of equipment or our rooms deployable, meaning like we will draw it during the deployment phase. So, do we want any of this? Actually, no, I don't want any of these pieces of equipment or rooms. The Stoic Plate Mail adds a lot of health, which is really cool, and armor, but it silences you, which means it disables triggers and abilities. Now, even on a Shield Steward, that might have been good, but now with my room, I want to make sure that it's getting multi-strike, although this makes it super, super stout. So I don't want to cancel my abilities. Magic power is cool, but I'm not doing a lot of spell damage. And then the Zone of Silence silences non-boss enemy units. Now this is actually pretty strong against Seraph, but in my estimation against Seraph's units, really what makes Seraph Aeternus difficult is Seraph itself, because the boss is just going to be enormous with a lot of rage, and this doesn't have any effect on them. So I'm going to re-roll and just see what else we can get up here. Okay, so we can buy another Everlasting Light, and Spell Sanctum, it's okay, but we don't really need to reduce our spell costs considering the fact that we have the Tuning Fork, and we don't have a lot of spells. Like if I look at my deck, the only spells that I would really be so excited about reducing the price of would be Cleave and Divinity. And then, I guess, Heroic Dive, kind of, but not even that great, right? So, just for 2 cards, it's not worth it. It's not worth this 3 cost. Hell Furnace gives you, when a unit gains Pyre Gel, it gains +3. This is very good if you have a lot of Pyreborn stuff and Pyre Gel, but we really don't. We have some, but not enough to justify that. I'm going to buy this, and I'll show you what this would do. Let's say we wanted to just combine these combined Everlasting Light. Oh, you can't combine the same thing, that's right. I'll just give you an example. If I were to combine these 2 together, it would then make this merged piece of equipment, which you add their ember costs together, and then they get all of the abilities. So now, this would give Multi-Strike 1, Valor 2, and 9 attack, but it would cost 3. Now, imagine this on Fel. This would be unbelievable. However, it would reduce the power of one of my other units, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to do this and try to get this onto Fel. And we can actually, we could guarantee that if we wanted to have a pretty weak deployment phase, which I don't think we need to do. So I'm going to merge these two together, and then I could make it deployable. But the problem with doing that is it just costs 3, and I only have 6 Ember on deployment. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead and make this room deployable, so I can get this out and get the extra Valor when we kill stuff. Excellent. Now I'm out of money. And we bought everything. So let's go to the battle. Now, this is Rax the Overblessed, and he's got a lot of stuff happening. These foes will attack to clear your floors and assault the Pyre directly. Now, I'm not going to do this trial. It's 400 gold, which is a lot, but at this stage of the game, I generally don't do the trial unless it's super easy because I don't want to risk anything, and I only have one more opportunity to spend money, so kind of, it's still nice, but it's not as important. You see these units. Here's what's annoying. This guy is super strong, and if you have no units on the floor, he just gets to deal 5 damage to your Pyre straight up. He has 300 hit points. This dude has sweep, which means if we don't kill this guy, he's going to hit everybody, which is really annoying. And then this guy has the same ability. Oh, no, sorry. This guy, Rax, has, almost 1,500 hit points. And then after, when combat's going to start, he's going to get 8 rage, he's going to regenerate, and he's going to get Spell Shield 2. Spell Shield 2 is the super annoying thing that this guy has, which means that you can't drop direct damage on him very easily if you have a lot of that. You have to actually play 2 spell damage sources before you can even affect him to get through the shield. So this guy is kind of a counter to some damage cards, but you can still stack up Pyrogel and Corruption and negative effects on him. He also has just multi-strike and is a jerk. So this is going to be really challenging, but we're getting close to the end. Alright, let's make it happen. So we're going to put Fel right here. I am going to make this bottom floor the Blood-Soaked Arena. Then we're going to put an Avenger down here. And I'm going to put the Miser here. And I still have a little bit left over. So I could put some Shield Stewards up here if I wanted to. Just get them dropped down. But I think what I'd like to do is just make sure we keep the floor clean and give everybody Valor opportunities. So we're going to put as many units as we can down here. Okay, so right away, you can see a bit of a problem in that this guy is going to live and this guy's going to hit everybody. But we have a Sword Maiden and we have 4 Ember. It's not a guarantee, but we have a very high chance of drawing something really good, so we're going to do that. And we did not draw what I wanted to draw. That's okay. I really wanted to draw the better weapon and put it on Fel. It would have been insane. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to Heroic Dive right now and just show you what this does. So I put this guy, or gal, down here, and she bops the Avowed Gladiator and she goes in the front. And you see my capacity is over the limit. And I'm allowed to do that because of my Descend card. I'm going to put Fel back up front. And I'm going to equip somebody with Everlasting Light because the Sword Maiden has Artificer, which will give her a Valor boost. And we're going to put it on this guy right here. And I'm actually going to make it rain because I don't want this guy to damage my units. Here you go. Now, he thinks he's going to live, but he's got Corruption of 80, which he is not going to like. So you could see he's going to die without anybody hitting him. And he will probably get to do his... Oh, no, he doesn't have the ability that hits our Pyre. Great. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to put Servant's Quarters on this floor. And I am going to play Soldier of Fortune. Okay, we didn't draw the unit I wanted to, but that's okay. We're going to put this guy here. And we're going to start pumping up. And I'm going to cleave so that we kill this guy right now and nobody takes damage. From the sweep, we kill this guy, and we're going to start ratcheting up the valor that we gain from our floor bonus. There we go. So somebody got that, right? Okay. Luckily, we have a unit here to kill this and get the money. And now they're putting 2 big chunky units out. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to play this AI, get rid of it, and we're going to put down this guy. We'll put him in... I like his revenge ability. I'll put him here, but remember, he's going to get multi-strike. And then we can put this dude right here, too. And we'll just go ahead and give him this. So he's going to die because of the Pyre gel. And just keep pumping up Fel as much as we can. Alright. Okay, excellent, excellent. Love this. So this is a great time to use Flicker. There's 3 waves left, and we kill all these guys. It is consume, so we'll lose it, but it saves the damage to all these units. Now, I'm going to play this right here and make our Fel insane. This guy, we can use Jelly Sneeze on. Let me use Flicker. And then Divinity. Now this guy's going to die. And I'm going to just Firestarter, and this guy will die. Firestarter. And again, I'm going to keep putting all of the Valor on Fel. Because I want to take out the boss on the bottom floor if possible. Okay. And we got what I wanted finally, the merged equipment. So this is annoying, but I'm going to put this here. And now immediately we kill the first 2 units because Fel is attacking 3 times. This Sword Maiden had Artificer trigger. And we're going to put this Shield Steward just on the top floor. That's fine. And unfortunately, I can't kill one of these by double fire starting. It's really close. It just doesn't quite happen. I wish. So they are going to do some damage, which is frustrating, but... This is really good to have the respite right now, because we can freely... We don't get to drop this guy, but I get to put this here, and Fel will get the benefit of the armor this turn. If I make it rain on this guy, he won't do damage to us, which might actually be valuable. I'm going to go ahead and just keep giving Fel as much Valor as possible, and I am going to do that, just to save the health of my units, and we'll end the turn. So here comes the final situation. Can we win this? Okay, good. We drew AoE. This is really, really important. We were going to win anyway. You see the boss has an X, and Fel doesn't even die. But if I just play Cleave right here, it will kill this guy. This dude with the sweep behind the boss is very, very scary, because it just gets to keep going and going and going until we kill this guy, unless we have a sweep or something of our own, which we don't. But if I just play this now, the boss won't take any damage because of the spell shield, but now nobody dies. And we can just go ahead and put that on there. And, you know, we can just have some fun and drop this guy up there. And, I don't know, we could just put some more damage here just to be a jerk and end the turn. So look at that. Everybody's just getting so much Valor. It's great. Alright. So, we passed that hurdle. Now it's time to see if we can actually take on the final boss. And I just don't know. We're going to have to hope. I'm going to take this I think, and try to sandbag it to keep... We really need to keep our Fel alive. I don't need any of this. So, this is good early, because Expensive Taste gives you Avarice, but at the end, this is not a good card. It's just not strong enough. Fanning the Flames needs to build up. It increases damage permanently if you slay, but right now, it's just 1 Ember to randomly deal damage, and it's 3 damage. It's not good enough for our deck. And Greed deals 20 damage to all units, including yours, and it gives you money, and we don't need money. So we're going to skip this and just take money. And here we go. It is the last stop. Well, I'd love to... You know what? The left is actually the easier choice by far. I don't really need to remove cards, but I want to duplicate, and I want to buy trinkets. The money is nice, but I don't really need to heal my Pyre. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to see what trinkets are available. How about this? When a friendly unit gains Valor, it gets +1 stacks. Remember, what we're trying to do is synergize. We're gaining Valor. Getting more Valor is very useful. Everything else, this is nice, Manifold Mirror, but nothing is as good as this for us. And this upgrade slots for spells is cool, but we don't have enough time to really maximize that. So I'm going to just buy that. I'm going to leave, and we're going to go to the Merchant of Magic and see if there's anything that we can do that would help us tremendously. Honestly, just lowering the cost of Divinity, I think, is worth it. You know, we can... Yeah. I'm going to lower the cost of Divinity to make it free. Or make it 2, rather. And then we can upgrade something that consumes but gets 20 more damage. And what do I want? I don't want to get rid of my AoE by making it consume, but I think making 1 fire starter just do a bunch of damage 1 time could be useful. And we're going to leave, and that's it. And now it's time to duplicate. Now, here's a choice. Do I want to duplicate more Avengers because they're amazing, or might I benefit from duplicating this merged equipment? And I think this is going to be our ticket. It's expensive. It's going to be hard to play this twice, but if I can, it will be tremendous. So I'm going to duplicate it. And that's another reason why merging equipment is so good, is because you can duplicate it. And then you're basically, you know, getting 2 pieces of equipment in 1, and then now having that twice. I don't need to remove anything, and I'm not going to remove anything. I want every single card that I have right now. You could debate that, but we're going to go with it. And we're going to see what happens to Seraph Aeternus. Seraph Savage form will weaken the defense of your units and enrage his own. So what's hard about this is early, because we get melee weakness 1. So what we're going to do here is that the enemies are going to start out with Rage 3, and we're going to have melee weakness, which means they get a huge boost to their attack and do double damage. So what we want to do is consider not putting Fel in the front for the first round, because she needs to stay alive. I'm going to put the arena here. Look at that, Valor 7 because of our artifact. Put Fel here, and I'm going to drop an Avenger in front. And then I'm going to drop... Do I want to drop the Miser? Do I care about that? Yeah, it's still good. You want to try to get as much stuff down as you can, because you want the melee weakness to wear off. It's only 1 stack. So just take a hit and then it'll go away. Now you see right here, this unit's going to die because of the melee weakness. Now, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to play Soldier of Fortune. I don't have enough money yet. It's so rough, but that's okay. I need a unit anyway. Do I want to waste it, though? Now, I could put this here, and if I put this on this unit, here's an idea. These guys have sweep, so Fell's going to get hit anyway. I'm going to put Liquid Courage right here. And it doesn't save this guy's life. Even with this, it doesn't save his life because Seraph is going to do 30 damage. So, I'm going to do this and see what unit I get. Okay. I'm going to play this Shield Steward here. And I'm actually going to dive this guy down. And now, oh, they both die. Unbelievable. Actually, this guy dies too. It's so brutal. This fight is so rough. This is, and I'm just going to be honest with you, we very well might lose this because of how this is shaken out. This is a moment where having an undo button is so useful, and they don't give it to you in the tutorial. And so if you were me in this spot and you thought, okay, well, damage shield, that should surely protect this guy from dying. No, it doesn't. Oh, well, what if I put another guy in front? No, that doesn't help either. So that's because they go left to right. The sweep will pop the damage shield, and then this guy is still going to do double damage because of the melee weakness. And there's just nothing that we can do about it. I don't even think if I bring this guy up... okay, there we go. That's actually better. Except Fell is just about going to die and take 36 damage, which is so scary. So here we are. Like I said, this fight is insane because of the melee weakness, because of sweep, and because of Rage 3. So we almost lost all of our units, but now the melee weakness is at least gone. And he is not on our floor. So what we have to do right here is try to figure out a way to survive. We don't have a good way to do that right now because we didn't draw a card to shift our Valor around. But we did draw Make It Rain. So I'm going to do this and... Titan Skin 5. That doesn't seem... Oh, this guy's giving them Titan Skin. So this... okay. So what we're gonna... Yeah. We have to use a lot of stuff right here to survive. Actually, this guy doesn't do damage. If I just kill that guy with my Consume, then we're okay. This guy is applying the Titan Skin. I can drop this on this floor and just kill a bunch of these guys. This guy is going to die from the corruption, so he's not even going to get to our Pyre to kill it. And I'm actually going to put these units down, but not on this floor. I'm going to stack here and here. And then... I think I'm just going to give this guy up here this weapon for now. I really need to get Fell in the front and get some Valor going immediately. Okay, this might be enough to save us. We're going to have to see. Now, the Valor that I put on now won't apply, so we just have to factor this in. I have 19 armor, and they're doing 8, 13, exactly 19. I might not be able to make it. I don't think I can. Even if I put Fell up front and put this on Fell, she dies because the armor doesn't apply. So we just didn't draw the card to move up and get Valor fast enough. And we're going to lose. So this is how the tutorial run can operate. I am going to go ahead and use my ability. This is just a really hard fight. And we needed things to kind of shake out slightly differently, but the melee weakness with the sweep and the rage 3 and not getting enough to move Fel up to the front rank before we could build up our armor was the blow that that really cost us right here. So I can put that down. It's not going to do anything. And I'm going to put this unit up here, and that guy will die. Yeah, it's just a little bit too late. We'll go ahead and play that to kill the Titan skin. And we will put down this dude. I'll get some more Valor up here. I'm just going to keep working on the boss. Pretend like I got a shot. But with Fel dead, we're pretty much out of it. That's their ability that does 5 damage. Okay. So here's the question, which is, can we survive this? Wrong time to draw Dominion's Eye. But it's okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take damage, but then this melee weakness will go away. And we can start building up the Valor down on the bottom floor. Our Pyre is going to take a bunch of damage, by the way. Okay, so all right, here's what we're gonna do. If I play the Sword Maiden, she dies to the sweep, unfortunately, but I will draw a piece of equipment. But I don't really want to play. I could put the equipment on her, but I think she still dies. I can't put her down anywhere, I don't think. I have 2 waves remaining. She's so close to being useful. It's just the fact that this guy has Rage 3 on a sweep with melee weakness means that the Sword Maiden would take 24 damage from this idiot. And no Valor can protect because of the back row. It's just such an unbelievably brutal combination of things happening. So I'm just going to continue boosting my front unit and just doing damage to the boss. Actually, if I put her here, she could survive this guy? There we go. How about that? God. Oh, poor Pyre. Oh, my goodness. Okay. This guy dies. They do not die. Not even close. I could do a bunch of damage to the boss, which I'm just going to do. Don't need to draw it again. We did it. I cannot believe it. I thought for sure that we were dead when Fell went down, but we were able to pull out of the nosedive, and that was because the valor that we gained from the blood-soaked arena, from the Celestial Cascade, from the armor from Titan's Edict, all of that snowballed to build it up so that we were able to get enough armor on our front unit. That's all we had to do, was to build up enough armor, because once we stack on the Pyre Gel, this guy's got 4 stacks of melee weakness. We are golden. Now, I could play another Avenger on this row if I wanted. And then just do that because... And let's go. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like the tutorial run, even if you are somebody who, like me, who played a bunch of Monster Train 1, is very, very difficult because of the limited options that they give you and the weird deck that they start you with. Not weird, just not my favorite. I'm telling you what, when you get into this game, and we're going to continue this series and move beyond this episode, it just gets so much more fun because we can customize things. We're going to unlock more cards, more options, more possibilities. We're going to be able to take trials earlier. We're going to be able to redo a fight if we need to. We're going to be able to undo a turn if we misplay. We're going to be able to choose an artifact to get more cards in our starter deck. We're going to be able to change our champion, change our clan, our allied clan. I mean, and our primary and allied clan, and just customize our experience so much more than what they give you. I won that by the skin of my teeth, and I thought I was going to lose. And I was able to kind of just eke it out barely, because we leaned into duplicating the Avengers, getting a whole bunch of Valor, and making that 2 pieces of that merged equipment, duplicating that and playing that both, so that we had so much armor and Valor that we could chew away at the disaster of having melee weakness with sweepers and rage constantly. And what you have to do on that fight is just get your units to stick, because once they stick and the melee weakness comes off, then you could start to power them up, at least with this deck. And once we were able to maintain a little presence there on the floor, it worked. But look how much damage. We took 67 Pyre damage, because some of these guys were doing damage just because we had no units left. And some of these guys made it all the way to the top with a lot of hit points. But our corruption and even our jack strips helped us. Kill the units between the floors. We played every piece of AoE we had. We used all the money that we had, and we made it. So, once you get to this point, victory. And you'll start to get points for your score. You see they're going to tally up our score here, and we've leveled up the Banished, which means we have new cards. Eagleheart. We also have the Sky Song Trumpet, which is another artifact. Then The Banished went to level 3. Rising Rage, a new card. A new option for an artifact. Pyreborn, leveling up. Look at this. More cards, more possibilities, more fun. And you start to see what's really, really cool about this game and addicting, which is this, your record book. All of the different clans that you can unlock, all of the different achievements that you can get, the progress that you can make, and it just gets to be super, super fun. And we're going to build up this account together and just see what the game plays like once we get beyond just this first trial run. Commander, the initial battalion is finished unloading the train. The reserves are awaiting your command for the next assault. Very well. Send word to the Pyreborn. We will depart again soon. I'll join you shortly. Yes, Commander. Angels attacking heaven. I could never have imagined it would come to this. Not too long ago, I led those same troops to destroy hell. Charge! For heaven! For Seraph! When we invaded hell, we fought for Seraph, but now we fight for our own survival. Seraph, my brother, our leader, I followed him without question, but I saw too late the cost of my blind faith. Since the invasion failed, Seraph began to change. The taste of defeat enticed him to seek greater power from titans beyond our world. Until he got what he was looking for. The titans came to heaven and began to corrupt everything. Now they threaten our whole world. Our only hope of stopping them is to reforge the old covenant, an alliance between angels and demons. My legion of angels came to hell to fulfill a covenant we once fought to destroy and reclaim our former home, but old grudges remain. I have to believe this alliance can work for our own sake. Alright, so we can unlock more Pyre hearts to progress the story. Unlock criteria can be viewed from the departure station when starting a standard run. So now look at our screen. Instead of just going into that forced run, we have more options, and this is going to fill up, and we're going to get even more as we go. So everyone, I hope you're still enjoying this series on how to kind of get into and enjoy Monster Train 2 as a complete beginner's guide, and we're going to do more runs, and I'm going to show you more options, more Pyre hearts, more clans, more synergies, and what the game actually looks like once you get past what is, in my opinion, the worst part of the game, which is the tutorial. That run is brutal because you just don't have enough options, in my opinion, and now that a lot of the handcuffs are off, and we can see what the game is really all about. If you have any questions, please post those in the comments below, and I look forward to the next episode, and I hope you do too. I'll see you there. Take care.